What's good, everybody? Hello. Welcome back to my journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're kicking off Phase 6 today, which is such a crazy sentence to say. Fantastic Four First Steps is the first release in this phase. I'm really looking forward to this movie today, and I'm so happy that you're here joining me for it. If you're new here, my name is KL. My MCU Master Playlist. Click up here for my entire journey so far. And very quickly, yes, there are Phase 5 series that I have not yet watched and reacted to. That is coming. I just wanted to prioritize the movies first because the movies have more demand here on the YouTube channel than the TV shows do. So yeah. Anyway, Fantastic Four today. There are some things I know going in. The first is that I know all four actors that are portraying these characters. We've got Vanessa Kirby, Pedro Pascal, Ebon Moss-Backrack, and Joseph Quinn. And all four of these actors I know from other things. So I've seen their performances as other characters before. I'm very excited to see their take on these ones. And I'm also excited to see their dynamic with each other. And speaking of Fantastic Four, just in general, yes, I have seen the 2005 movie before numerous times. I actually just rewatched it a few months ago because I wanted to refresh my brain on that movie. And man, it is so cheesy, but like in the best way. I really, really enjoyed that one. And I had a good time rewatching it. So I do have a little comparison that I can do here between this one and something else Fantastic Four related. So yeah, going into this one, I also know that it's retrofuturism, and I'm very excited for that because I love a good accurate retrofuturism portrayal, and I've heard nothing but good things about how it's done in this movie, so that really excites me. I don't know anything else. I don't know the story in this, and I really don't know how we're connecting this into the overall story and timeline here. Like, we did see the F4 ship at the end of Thunderbolts, but that was just a very, very quick post-credit scene, and we didn't actually see the actors yet, so yeah, I'm eager to see what this is all about, and we've got an under 2-hour runtime, which I'm so excited for. As always, if you want to watch the whole reaction, you can find it over on my Patreon. I'll have it linked down below. You can either just grab the reaction directly for like one-time payment, no need for the membership, or if you want, you can get the membership and unlock access to everything. It's up to you. If you do choose to do that, thank you so much for your support. And with that, let's go ahead and get into F4. Well, this is cool. I love it. Different style. Earth 828.
Can you give me 12 seconds and I will come and get it for you?
12 seconds is specific.
Pregnant.
We tried for 2 years.
No.
And we don't even talk about it anymore.
Talking was not the important part. It wasn't going to be for us, and we were okay with that.
We were okay, but...
Aww.
4 brave astronauts head up into space, encounter a bit of cosmic turbulence.
I love this intro. Yeah, just to remind you what these guys are all about.
I assembled the best scientific minds, who also happen to be my best friend, my wife, and my brother-in-law.
Jonathan Storm, and ladies, he is very single.
We encountered a cosmic storm that altered our DNA.
And they return with superpowers.
Oh gosh.
They became our protectors.
What is that?
It's clobbering time!
Oh, fun. That's probably the OG cartoon, right?
Ballman's attempt to steal the Pan Am building was thwarted by the Fantastic Four.
He was trying to steal a building?
Power to the underground!
The cars. Oh my gosh, I love it.
They became our inspiration.
This equation not only confirms
Love it.
parallel Earths exist on different dimensional planes.
They do. Cute. I can never remember the timeline, like the main timeline, because this, what did it say, Earth 828 or 328 or something? So we're in like a, yeah, we're in a alternate timeline. Well, that was
I must
enjoyable.
say, that was all a bit aggrandizing.
I love the lounge pit. We need to bring those back.
That is fantastic.
Oh, let me try.
It's incredible. Don't stop. Don't do that.
Herbie kind of is giving BD energy. Cal Kestis's droid, BD1.
You're late.
What do you mean?
You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are. We're late
By
for
a
dinner.
single minute.
Yes, we were just.
Why are you being weird?
We're
We're not being weird.
Well, I'm doing that weird thing with your face.
Ben is like,
Are you pregnant?
Yeah, we're pregnant.
Yes.
aww.
You are gonna be the best mom. You are out of your depth, but we're gonna be the best uncles ever.
I figured you'd be locked in your lab, drenched in a panic sweat.
I had that scheduled for later.
That tracks.
Preparations inside the Baxter building are well underway.
Okay, so the first steps part of the title is now making a. Yeah. First steps. Oh, so cute.
New deep space transmission.
Yeah, these sets are great. I love how everything looks.
You're gonna be a father soon, new responsibilities. You're a bit scared.
I'm not scared. I'm busy. Movement of organic matter, 6 meters.
Thank you, Herbert. It worked.
Not quite.
Could you reset the breaker?
See, there's nothing wrong with him.
That's so cool.
That is such a bullshit way to end an argument.
Say the thing. That's not really something I say. It's clobbering time. It's just in the cartoon. Want me to lift up the car?
Where?
Rachel. Rosman.
I'm Ben.
I know.
The real question is, do you have some vinegar or not?
Oh my gosh. I love Herbie.
Flame off.
Oh dear.
I've been tracking a small number of criminal organizations.
You baby-proof the world.
It's a sweet gesture.
Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time.
Oh. Can he... Oh, is this the Silver Surfer character? I don't know that I've seen that movie. If I ever have, I don't think I remember any of it. Very shiny.
Your planet is now marked for death. Your world will be consumed by the Devourer. Use this time to rejoice and celebrate, for your time is short. I herald Galactus.
Galactus? Johnny.
Moha Kupiro Ame.
You tracking?
She's too fast to track, Johnny.
Yeah.
How long to get Excelsior launch ready?
Hey, guys.
I'll start the nav clock.
Hey, guys.
You want...
Johnny?
When I chased her, she spoke to me in her language.
And what was the tone?
Angry, threatening.
No, not at all. It was, kind. Warm.
Warm.
I don't know. She was, like, right here. Her beautiful face. No, I get it. Johnny loves space. Johnny loves women. Now there's a literal naked space woman, and Johnny thinks they had a moment.
For the record, Ben loves when Johnny speaks in third person.
Thanks for the assist, Johnny. What is he listening to?
There are 23 of these. The only repeated language and the oldest recordings. I don't know who they are or what they're saying, but this is her language.
Maybe that is something. Reed wants to see you in the lab.
What?
The new spacesuits.
They look good.
If you stay flamed on in zero atmosphere, you will burn through your air reserves in less than 10 minutes. So,
I take back every single bad thing I've been saying about you. To myself.
Final check and check, please.
This looks so good.
We have a successful launch.
The Canada Dry ad. Love it.
Faster than light in 3, 2, 1.
Cool.
Reed, what are we up against here? Base dragon or something?
Cool. Have Herbie collect any liquid, gas, solid materials. If he's just some big guy in a ship, then yes, you can punch him out.
Yeah, we don't know what we're dealing with yet. I feel like there's some massive like interstellar inspo here. Like not just with this, but also with the docking that they did. I'm seeing the interstellar inspo.
The Herald's heat signature is coming from inside the planet.
What the hell is happening?
Well, isn't he a destroyer of planets? He does it from the inside out? Oh God, okay.
It's all gone. The whole planet.
And it was 13% larger than Earth.
Damn. Hello again.
Follow.
Scan everything and collect samples.
Oh, Reed.
What does Galactus want?
He doesn't want. He feeds.
How does he choose which planets to consume?
He does not.
You choose.
Yes.
Okay, so what's your method? Your process?
Good, Charmer. So what do you say to me? Who's threw me off your board?
Moha kupiro ame. It's a blessing. Die with yours.
So the surfboard, is that part of your body?
The Devourer of Worlds honors you.
Oh.
You carry the power to save your world. Inside her, I will spare your world in exchange for the boy.
No.
He possesses the power cosmic.
He's normal. We would know.
He hides his nature from you.
Why would we trust this? Unless he can, like, do something?
What are you doing to her?
Baby's coming out.
Oh my God. Galactus just, like, forced her into labor. Okay, she's pretty dope. Won't lie.
No, you don't!
Oh. Oh, Johnny.
Surfboard, not part of the body.
All right, Sue could actually, like, hurt Silver Surfer a bit.
Herbie, I'm gonna need your help stabilizing this thing.
Come on.
Hold on!
Oh no.
We lost her. All clear.
Sure, but she... No, never mind. No, needed not.
She's still on us.
So she can travel at FTL?
All right. Finally met someone interesting.
She's not that interesting in that way. Yo. And the interstellar-ish vibes continue.
Draw her close enough to the stars, she'll get stuck in the gravity well. There'll be a time dilation.
How much of a dilation?
It'll take her a month to break free.
A month.
Yes! Hell yeah!
All right. That was a good plan.
I'm right here.
Oh, what a brutal situation to be laboring in. glad Ben was there to catch him.
Franklin.
Well, that was cute. A little stressful, but very cute. Imagine having to try to be first-time parents, though, with like this world-destroying threat that they also have to deal with. That's too much. Oh my god, leave them alone.
They're ready for you. Step up. Just keep it brief.
Yeah, can we keep it really brief?
Could you take us through how you defeated Galactus?
We didn't.
Not yet.
What do you mean you didn't?
He asked too high a price.
What does he want?
What did he ask?
Oh no.
We said no, obviously. We said no.
Oh, Reed.
Giving Galactus the child save us.
If I were him, I would have talked about how Galactus is like this big machine that's like, you know, and they just need to figure out how to maybe defeat it. But yeah, Reed just has that mind to just tell the truth, which I respect. But now everyone is just going to think you should have just given up your child.
I must get the child.
But he's just a baby.
Oh.
He is a being of infinite power, one strong enough to absorb my hunger, so that I may finally rest.
But then does that turn the child into another one of you?
An unknowable life who imagines Franklin as his successor. I have nothing. I have nothing.
It's just all new.
You know, you're supposed to sleep when the baby sleeps. I've been reading the books.
He thinks the baby actually sleeps.
And also, it's really difficult to sleep when the baby sleeps.
All right.
Try smells.
These pheromones, relax. All right. Racking back the helmet cam.
Blessing.
Maybe not.
I told you I'd heard that before. Now, we have a sentence translated, and we can use that to figure out what all of this means.
Oh, okay. Can you learn a whole language, though, just based on one small translation?
The newly formed Galactus cult intends to...
Oh, no. Of course, there would be.
Reed Richards and Sue Storm hand over their baby, and we all live.
See what I mean? Well, there's so many people that think that. You get the mindset of like, well, what's one life compared to billions?
Mathematical, it's ethical, and it's available.
What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything.
He's just analyzing. It's what he does.
It is my job to think terrible things so that terrible things don't happen.
It's not your job, Reed. That's you.
You're right, it is me. To figure out how to hurt them before they hurt anybody else.
Sometimes you being you hurts me.
Oof.
Well, I don't mean to.
I know.
Even their bedroom has a conversation pit. I love it. Oh my god, the baby is so cute.
You know my story. When Johnny and I were kids, our parents were in a car crash. Our dad was driving and he lived. Our mom didn't. Our mom always used to say, Susie, for you, I would move heaven and earth. And we would do that for you.
I feel like that just gave him an idea.
We will face this together. And we will defeat this together.
Good job, Sue. Good stuff.
You solved it.
I did?
Yes, we are going to move Earth to a place that Galactus will never find us.
The bridge is a prototype.
You moved an egg across the room. You think you can do that with a planet?
Oh.
Heaven and Earth.
And then the place that you move it to, you have to make sure that it's the right distance from a sun so that people can continue to live.
The difference between a planet and an egg is only scale.
Not quite.
Away from Galactus, where he won't be able to find us for millions of years.
And are we sure about that? Because Miss Silver Surfer can sure move quickly. Sorry, I don't mean to like doubt the plan. I just realized that I'm like not buying into it, but I'm gonna just kick back and watch. It's fiction.
36 Hours has seen an historical mobilization of every country working together.
Oh, that's awesome. See, this part keeps happening.
We all need to conserve power at a scale never attempted before. The worldwide energy curfew only works if everybody does their part to conserve electricity.
That would be like everything would come to a halt.
Curfew Friday. Now I look like an idiot.
Beer could be cool.
Most fathers want their sons to look exactly like them, inside and out. I don't want you to be like me. There's something wrong with me.
Oh.
The more I look at you, the less I know. And the less I know, the more scared I am. I'm not going to look anymore.
It's probably a good idea.
I'm going to let you tell me who you are. And if you'd like to tell me now, that would be helpful. Especially if you're an all-powerful space god.
I mean, Franklin might not even know.
I am on to something.
Moving a planet here, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny. It's 4. Fantastic 4.
Let's move a planet. Cool beard.
You mean that?
Oh, wow. I like the beard too.
12. 11.
This is so nerve-wracking. Everyone's just like in their homes.
What is that?
What's happening?
Well, thanks, bitch.
She's coming for Franklin.
Lock the building down!
It doesn't matter. She can literally just go through the wall. Oh.
Sapiamenas tu vos, Shalabal.
How do you know that name? And how did you get these?
Mohaku Piro Ame.
He barely has a grasp of the English language.
The planet Senwa. Your home. They were looking for you. Once I translated one phrase, I pieced together enough. You were some sort of scientist or astronomer.
Oh.
When Galactus came, you offered to serve as his scout if he'd spare your planet. Those were messages from the one planet Galactus spared. Your planet. These planets weren't so lucky. How many do you remember, Shalabal? They begged for mercy. Just trying to save my world, you know.
Yeah, just like you. Mm-hmm.
Take the child and leave this doomed place. Maybe you'll live long enough to forgive yourself.
I don't like that option.
We have to bring him here.
Galactus down here?
We need to bring him here, to Times Square.
And then what?
And then, instead of moving a planet away from one giant, we move one giant away from the planet.
Okay. I like the idea.
37 seconds.
Not a lot of time to throw a space god off a planet.
And where do we send him?
To the far edges of the universe. Without a ship, he'll be stranded.
How are we supposed to get Galactus to Times Square?
How do we move one giant through one large bridge?
I haven't figured that part out yet.
You have. We have to use the only thing Galactus wants.
No.
What are you talking about?
You want to use the boy as bait?
It's the only plan.
It's not my plan. I hate that plan.
I mean, the boy is the only reason he's fucking here.
I know!
Everything will be fine.
I thought this was one of the most beautiful things we'd ever built. Feels terrifying now.
A little, yeah.
Go check, see if they're back.
Chicken checks.
Oh, Jesus! Don't do that. I hate it when you do that.
Let's run through the details.
It's unsettling when people just appear.
It would be, yes.
Franklin will go here when Galactus arrives.
Hey, do we know what direction Galactus will be coming from?
I love the rock beard. It's so fun.
So, this must be where the sausage is made. Steal the sausage.
Please, don't touch.
So what do you need?
Evacuation orders are in effect in the greater New York area.
Yeah, good call. Subterranea? Yeah, it makes sense.
Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has.
Awesome, awesome line right there. I'm curious who Galactus is, like, the actor, the voice. Oh, their outfits look so good. It's nice to see like the scale. It was harder before when we were on his ship to get an idea of just how big he was. How can he even fit in between build? Oh, never mind. But also, yeah, how can he fit in the streets? That would mean he was really, his legs would be really skinny. Yeah, he wasn't scanning for the case. He could scan the baby.
I'll be back in a minute. Okay.
Oh my gosh, Herbie. Just Herbie with it. Herbie, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Just a couple more steps.
Damn it. He knows. Yeah.
Clever little bugs.
He's going for Franklin!
The plan was solid. Now we have to improvise. The car is so cool. Oh, and she's driving in the middle seat? Fun. Oh dear. Oh dear. Silver Surfer? Oh. Thanks, Johnny. Oh, damn. Damn. No! Can't Reed, like, with his stretchiness, like, wrap himself around Galactus to, like, prevent him from walking, like his legs or something? Okay, maybe he doesn't stretch as much as I thought he did.
What time is it, Ben? Go. Say it! I don't wanna! Say it! It's clever time!
Well, it did not do anything really. I think maybe it's gonna be on Franklin. Oh gosh. Oh, Sue. That's Mom right there. My gosh, hurry, hurry, hurry. Nice. And Franklin. That was great. Oh, Jesus. Are you serious? Thank you for showing up, girlfriend. Oh, Franklin. He's okay. It's all over now. She's not dead. I hope. Put Franklin on her. So that's what the baby does in this movie. so cute.
He's not us. He's more.
Well, yeah, if he can friggin' bring people back to life. That is more.
Ted wanted me to give you something as a thank you for doing this.
Aww.
No,
absolutely
actually, no, I don't think we can.
Oh.
Reed, Sue, Johnny, Ben, and Franklin.
Yeah, sorry, had to go.
Let's get this car started.
Hold on.
We're in such a hurry.
It's gonna make that noise until you thread the belt.
Oh, this is funny.
Oh! Yes!
Oh, that's a good sound. That's a good...
That was fun. All right, I anticipate we've got some scenes. My guess is 2, probably. I'm not even gonna check. I'm just gonna hang out. Didn't say it earlier, but I really love the design of their building. 4 years.
You want the other book, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Back in a second, babe. Herbie, have you seen the book that Franklin loved? Not that one.
What? Was that Doom himself? Okay, let me check and see if there is one more scene. If you look at my characters, you'll find me. No matter what kind of character you create or assume, a little of yourself must remain there. Jack Kirby. Oh, I love that.
Cosmic race from space.
It's clobbering time!
Join the fight, Fantastic Four!
Fun. All right, that was Fantastic Four First Steps. Thank you so much for watching my reaction. I really appreciate it. This was a good time. There is plenty to like about this movie. Where do I start? I think I'm going to start with the visuals in terms of the production design, the set design, the clothing, the astronaut suits, their uniforms, but also like all the clothes that they were wearing when they weren't in their suits. Like everything just looked so good. The Fantastic Four building, like the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom, the bathroom even, everything outside. So all of the buildings, the advertisements, the vehicles, the crowd and like all of their attire, like everything in this just looked very, very good. And especially the advertisements definitely gave me like WandaVision vibes, and the aesthetic in many ways kind of felt similar. So I really love the decision to have put this movie in an alternate universe, to be able to have a world stuck back in the 1960s, but still ahead of its time with technology and such. Also Reed's office. I really, really enjoyed his office. I loved the chalkboard and how that was designed, but also like his actual workstation with the technology, the computers and such, the device that he built to be able to monitor Franklin while the pregnancy was still ongoing. Like it was just very, very fun. And this movie had so much color and it was very vibrant. And so it was definitely very pleasing to look at. I think that the effect work at times definitely wasn't the best. Franklin did look a little odd at first. Which is totally fine. Well, maybe some people won't think it's fine, but yeah, brand new newborn babies, I feel like, are gonna just maybe continue to go in the CGI route a lot of times. And anyway, it is what it is. Effect work with like Johnny and his flames, I thought was pretty decent. The effect work with just everything Silver Surfer and Galactus, I thought was excellent. I thought that she looked really good in all of the scenes. Galactus, when we first met him, I was impressed, and then later on when he was actually like on Earth in New York City, it did look very good. It was nice to see the scale. Believability at times, I did mention like, because you know, New York streets are not all that wide, and so it would kind of feel weird that Galactus at his size could actually fit in between. But I did still appreciate that he was like destroying buildings and stuff as he was walking. But yeah, and then the effect work with Sue and her invisibility and light manipulation like that, I thought was all really well done. The stretching with Reed, I mean, I think it's always going to look a little silly in live action just because of the nature of stretching. Like, I feel like it's really difficult to make that look truly, truly good, if that makes sense. But I thought that it worked. I do just feel like his stretching abilities was horrendously underutilized, and I'll get to more of that in a bit, because I do have some criticisms about this film that just didn't quite work for me. I thought that Ben looked good. I thought the addition of the beard was so funny. Definitely unexpected. Even though I thought that Ben looked good in this movie, I'm not gonna lie, I still prefer how the Thing looks in the 2005 version. That's just me though, but yeah, visually this was very, very enjoyable to watch, and I liked that a lot. I knew that I would probably enjoy the retrofuturism of this, and I absolutely did. I loved the aesthetic, and I loved the advertisements and even the cartoon that we saw at the very end. Oh, Herbie. Oh my gosh. So Herbie is definitely giving me a lot of BD1 energy. The head and the eyes look very, very similar, but Herbie was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that they have this like droid in the home to be able to help them and such. Yeah, all the vehicles looked great. So yeah, visually this was such a great, wonderful movie. The score was fantastic, but as soon as I saw Michael's name, I knew that it would be. The score was very well done. I thought that Vanessa Kirby did an absolutely wonderful job as Sue Storm. Definitely way better than Jessica Alba, in my mind. Vanessa was really, really wonderful as this character. Really enjoyed her performance, and especially the more emotional bits that took place here. And yeah, I just thought Vanessa was great. The story in this I thought was pretty fine overall. Nothing particularly like wow about it for me, at least. I do have a few gripes though with this story. What's so funny is that when I saw the runtime of this movie, I was super hyped about it. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually do wish this movie had been just a little bit longer, because there are aspects of this story, mostly with the characters, that I felt could have definitely used some extra runtime. So I think my main gripe about that is actually with regards to Ben, the Thing. There was no, how do I explain myself? So the only kind of character anything we really got with him when he was by himself was the woman, like the woman that he was interested in and talked to a handful of times. That wasn't very intriguing for me at all. And so I just felt like Ben as a character, Ben is one of the reasons why I really enjoy the 2005 version so much, because the character is really wrestling with himself and his thing. And I know that this is 4 years after all that happened. So yes, we're experiencing a Ben that is likely totally fine with how he is now and such. But I don't know. I just felt like Johnny was interesting. Sue was interesting. Reed was interesting. And we got a lot of time with them on their own. But Ben he kind of was just there in this movie, and I didn't love that. I thought that Eben did a totally fine job as Ben / the Thing. I will admit though that I definitely prefer Michael's performance of Ben over his, and that's no shade to Eben at all. I think he did fine. It's just definitely on a personal preference. I prefer the 2005 version of the character, especially when it comes to just the overall rating for him and such. Also, the first time the whole what time is it? Trying to get Ben to say it's clobbering time, right? The first time we went through that joke, hilarious, awesome, loved it. I wasn't expecting, and maybe I should have expected that Marvel would do this because they like to do this, but I wasn't expecting that we were going to continue to revisit that multiple times throughout the movie. So I will admit that even though the last time it happened was when Ben actually said it, and it's and that is a fun moment, I really wish that they had just kind of tamed that a little bit and not driven that into us so much, if that makes sense. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards I thought was fine. I think that he acted the character well. I think that he definitely portrayed the character a bit more accurately than Ioan Gruffudd did in the 2005 version. I especially liked that scene between Reed and Sue when he's talking about she's getting mad at him for considering the solution of handing over their baby to Galactus, right? And then Reed trying to justify it, just being like, that's what I do. Like, I analyze, I think of the bad things. And I don't know, it was just a really great moment to remind us of like, yeah, that is how Reed works. But also acknowledging that, yeah, him being that way is also very emotionally hurtful, right? And to someone else, you would think like, just don't, like, why would you ever think about that? And I believed Reed when he was like, I wouldn't actually do it, but yes, I've thought of it, like, because there are a lot of people in the world that are like that. And so I don't know, I really appreciated that scene. The only thing with Reed is that, yeah, the stretching, I like his abilities, I just feel like were super underutilized in this. And I know that stretching is difficult to like show, but the whole Galactus fight, and when I mentioned like, oh, like couldn't Reed just like stretch himself and like, I don't know, wrap him I was maybe thinking of the Incredibles and how stretchy she is. Anyway, but yeah, I thought that Pedro's performance was fine and good, and I did like the dynamic between Reed and Sue in this movie. The birth scene in space I thought was lovely, and also at the end when Sue was dying, not dying, I thought that was fine too and emotional. So yeah, I really enjoyed their chemistry, and I know that Pedro and Vanessa really like each other, and I know that they had like a really good press run for this movie. And well, Pedro, there was a whole like smear campaign against him for the fact that he just likes to touch people. Oh my god, imagine, we are a touchy species. We literally need touch as a basic human need, and people just go all up in arms when someone is a little bit more touchy than your normal average person. Anyway, apparently these people have never heard of consent. Imagine. All right, last person to talk about, Johnny, Joseph Quinn as Johnny. I'm gonna sit here right now and say that, like, I'm sorry, the Chris Evans version of Johnny is always gonna be peak for me. That said, I did really enjoy Joseph's performance as Johnny, and I actually think my biggest gripe about the character, which actually just kind of extends to the whole Fantastic Four, even though I like all these actors and I like all these characters, I didn't feel the chemistry between all four of these characters that I felt in the 2005 version, that I do feel in the 2005 version. I really didn't feel a brother-sister dynamic at all between Johnny and Sue in this movie, whereas in the 2005 version, that is like, that exists so much in that movie. Like, you really do feel like they're siblings, and there's sibling banter and arguing, and this fun brother-sister dynamic, and as a sister to a younger brother, and I think Johnny is younger than Sue. Yeah, that's something I've always enjoyed about the 2005 version, where in this movie, it was just completely lacking for me. I really did like Ben's dynamic as like the fun uncle kind of thing, and like how much he was holding Franklin and such. I really liked that, but again, his chemistry with like Reed and Sue especially, I think he had more chemistry with Johnny, but with Reed and Sue, it was just, I don't know, there was just something really missing here for me chemistry wise. The most in this whole movie that I felt it was at the very end when they were dealing with Galactus, because they were all using their abilities and they were working together and things were good, and they I don't know, but outside of that, I just really did not feel it very much at all, which is kind of a shame. Out of all of the MCU so far, it's very impossible for me to just say right now like where I would rank this, but I'll just say somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle, because this was far from being a bad movie, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't know that this would crack my top 10 MCU movies personally, but I'm gonna have to revisit my list and just see kind of where I have everything so far. But this was enjoyable, and that mid-credit scene definitely teased a tease. And speaking of the movies to come, we've got like a Spider-Man one, we've got Avengers Doomsday, we've got Avengers Secret Wars. As much as I would love to sit here and react to them all for the channel, I'm not gonna lie, because I have never seen a Marvel movie in the theater, I am really tempted, you guys. I am really tempted to go and see those Avengers movies in the theaters, potentially even the Spider-Man one too. I am really tempted to kind of perhaps put a cap on the actual like reaction part of Marvel when it comes to the movies, and actually go to the theaters and see them on the big screen for the first time and do that. So if I do decide to do that, I'll most likely like still come on the channel here. Maybe I'll go live. Maybe I'll do a quick little live stream and just be like, hey guys, I went and saw Avengers Doomsday or whatever. Like, let's talk about it, right? I think that might be like a good middle ground. Yeah. So We'll see. We'll see when the time comes. All right, I think that wraps up my thoughts. Oh, shoot. No, it doesn't. One more thing I wanted to say. Love that this movie does not require so much homework. I love that this was watching like the first Captain America movie, the first Iron Man movie, right? It's like you don't have to watch all these things before it. You could just sit down and watch this one if you wanted to. And I love that. I know that Marvel is trying to like go back to that. I'm all here for it. This felt really good. All right, that wraps up my thoughts now. So with that, I'm gonna go to Letterboxd to see what some other people have to say. Let's go check it out. 4 stars. We gotta get Mr. Fantastic media trained. I 1000% agree. Yeah. Telling the world the exact truth the way that he did is certainly not the way to go about it. 4 stars. Absolutely rivals Twilight for the most insane looking baby CGI. I totally forgot about that in Twilight. To be fair, I've literally only seen each movie once, and after I watched every single movie, I had absolutely no desire to ever rewatch them ever again. So I've never subjected myself to that, and I forgot about the CGI baby. 4.5 stars. Imagine my surprise when I saw Pedro Pascal having to decide if he saves his kid or the world. Again. All right, it's now that time of the video where I turn it to you and I ask you to leave your thoughts down below about Fantastic Four First Steps. Let me know your thoughts. The good, the meh, whatever you think. Let's talk about it down below. Is this your favorite Fantastic Four movie, or do you prefer one of the other ones that came out before? Let's talk about it. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, to everyone who supports on my Patreon, thank you so much for doing so. If you would like to join them for full-length watch-alongs, a buttload of exclusive reactions at this point, both movies and TV, voting in polls, early access to YouTube edits, live streams that I do on Patreon sometimes, all the things, links down below as always. Also, my reactor, updated pricing. Feel free to come and pay to request a movie reaction. Prices are now based on the runtime of the movie. They're not a flat fee anymore. So if that interests you, you can pop on over and check that out. Links as always down below. With that, yeah, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click here to do so. If you want to watch something else of mine, click on over here. We'll see you guys in the next reaction, whichever one you tune into next. Until then, my dog just lifted her head to look at me. I wish you a great rest of your day. Take care.